There was an accident earlier, but we won't look or point at anyone who, made the sound guys come down. Those poor guys. On with the story. It's so nice to see Andrew's mum and dad here, by the way. I guess they just inherited a couple of our children, and they're down on the farm. So my girlfriend has a superpower. She can't leap tall buildings in a single bound, nor can she run faster than a fast locomotive. However, she does have an incredible superhuman ability to make people feel at ease and welcome and comfortable in her company. Now that could be because she's Canadian, and as we know, Canadians are the most polite, politically correct and apologetic people on the planet. Or it could be that she was a school principal for 20 years looking after little kids, and maybe the characteristics that allowed her to excel in that job, being calm, being compassionate, being kind, maybe they've followed her through today. So that even, let's say, she's on a half-hour phone call to Mumbai, to the helpline, trying to get some actual help, she still remains calm, polite, kind. She even says thank you, doesn't lose a shit at all. So it could be that. Or, another possibility is that she's a middle height, middle age, moderately beautiful, sorry babe, but not frighteningly so, woman with a smiling countenance and great teeth. And let's not forget that humans are very visual animals. So apparently 93% of the information we take in is visual. So when they look at her, they see kindness, comfort, compassion, security, and they feel good. Not so when they look at me. I'll give you an example. A couple of months back, coming up for Christmas, I told Shani that I would help her hand deliver 350 invitations to a community picnic for Christmas. And we decided that we were going to deliver these by hand so that it would give us a chance to meet all the people in the neighbourhood individually, and we could connect with them, and it would strengthen our bonds, and it would be a really good community building activity. So she headed north, I headed south, caught up with her 2 hours later, and when I saw her, she was glowing. She told me about the old friends that she caught up with, new friends she'd met, some old lady who made her a cup of tea and gave her some scones, little kid who had a cute kitten can come in and pat my kitten. It was fantastic. And she was just saying, look, I'm so glad that we've moved into this neighbourhood here. I'm so glad that we're in such a welcoming and friendly place. I feel fantastic, and I'm really, really glad that we decided we were going to hand deliver those invitations. For me, I wanted to crawl under a rock. I'd taken off earlier in the day with an open heart and an open mind, trusting in Shani's good judgment. But I was greeted with a suspicion and animosity that would make you think I was trying to support the rollout of NBN. Or maybe that I was trying to tell people that the new Messiah had just been born in Spearwood, and he had a job down at Red Rooster as a dish pig. Or maybe they just thought I was casing the house, I don't know. But what would happen is they would slightly open the interior door, leaving the steel mesh door securely closed, and kind of leer at me and go, yeah, what do you want? And on the few occasions that anybody actually deigned to take the invitation, they'd open the security door just a sliver, and then I'd poke the invitation through. They'd grab the invitation and slam the door shut faster than the arsehole of a sea lion shitting on the ice in winter. For me, it was a devastating experience, and it left me wondering what was the difference between Shani's experience and mine. Was it a boy-girl thing? Or was it something deeper? Was it something about me? I pondered on this question for some time. Fortunately, a couple of months later, that question, what was it about me, was answered. A group of people gathered at our micro farm in Beaconsfield, Ecoburbia, and Shani was preparing to take them on a tour, so she welcomed them in her usual well thought out, articulate, well-spoken manner, and then she passed it to me. Sweetie, is there anything you'd like to add? Slumped in the far corner of the room, in a chair, I made a noise which may or may not have actually been in some language, but it actually apparently, unbeknownst to me, sounded like the growl of a wolverine trapped in a bear trap, and I gave her a look that would make Hannibal Lecter chew his own arm off. I wasn't aware of this at the time, but what I did notice is that people in the group started to look frightened and anxious. Shani, who's very astute with social cues, looked at the audience, looked at me, looked at the audience, looked at me, looked at the audience, looked at me, and then she went, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about Tim, that's just him. He just has resting bitch face." Resting bitch face. So I'm used to getting some fairly honest and straightforward feedback from my lovely partner. And so I took it on the chin, thought no more of it. But at the end of the tour, a lady sidled up to her and said, "Listen, whenever you introduce your partner, you need to introduce him in that way. This is my partner, Tim, he has resting bitch face." She said, and we're at Barefaced Story, so this is a true story. She said, "I've done this tour 3 times now, and I've always been too scared to ask him a question or even speak to him. But now that I know that he just has this disability, I feel okay, I'm going to ask him a question. It's just that he has resting bitch face." And like that, the question was answered. The reason that people respond to me differently than to my girlfriend is because I have this disability of resting bitch face. Now, when I'm not herding goats or collecting eggs at Ecoburbia, another thing I do is write and perform music. And I thought, if people that just come to visit our place are scared of me, what's it like when I get up to perform songs to an audience? So being a songwriter, I wrote a song that introduces myself in the same way that people would recommend that I be introduced. So I'm going to sing you that song now, this being a musical event, and I'm going to be accompanied by my lovely friend Dom. Dom doesn't have resting bitch face. If anything, he has some kind of like super duper smiley face. Trigger warning, I'm going to use a banjo. If anybody leaves to leave, you can do so quietly. Going to try and sing through my forehead.
Now Tim, I've worked with a banjo before. Can we just make sure we're in tune before...
You don't often hear the words tune and banjo in the same sentence. Sounds alright. Oh, yep.
Just to let you know, mine is a bass ukulele. A U-bass. Oh. And I think we're ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a pleasant sort of fella, not sinister or mean. I got no facial tattoos or piercings. I brush my teeth to keep them clean. But when people see me coming, they run away and hide. Mamas take their kids and lock them safe away inside. Why? Let me tell you why. 'Cause I got resting bitch face, that's what I got. I got resting bitch face. I get told that quite a lot, actually. Well, I got resting bitch face. That's what I got. I got resting bitch face, but it's the only face I've got. I wish I had $1 for every time folks tell me not to frown. I got more spare skin than a Shar-Pei puppy. My eyebrows keep falling down. I know my face gets people anxious and perplexed, but it's just too much sun exposure and gravitational effects. Well, I guess you know what comes next, and here it comes. I got resting bitch face. That's what I got. I got resting bitch face. My elastus and it's short. I got resting bitch face. That's what I got. I got resting bitch face. It's the only face I've got. I could become a hermit, stay home in bed, lurking in the shadows, a paper bag over my head. You know I'm not intended to frighten or revolt. Yeah, I guess it is my face, but you know, it's really not my fault. It's just the only face I've got. Found me an ever-loving woman, pretty as can be. I see people shake their heads and wonder what she sees in me. I like to think that maybe she loves me for my mind. The truth is, without her glasses on, that chick is absolutely blind. Such shade fine, and she just doesn't seem to mind. She doesn't mind that I got resting bitch face. That's what I got. I got resting bitch face. That just seems to be my lot. Yeah, I got resting bitch face. I'll tell you that for free. I got a face like a pocket's a feature, not a bug, and that's okay with me. It's not a frown, it's just my jowls, and that's okay with me. That's okay, my face is just that way, and that's okay with me.
Oh, fantastic start. Oh.